Welcome to the West Reviews podcast, where we're doing live streams now for the nostalgia special. We'll be starting very shortly.
No, you can introduce me. I'm going to do a walk-in entrance. Come on.
Oh, you're going to do a walk-in? Is that what you're doing?
It's a walk-in entrance.
Okay.
Come on, let's get to this.
Well, of course, I have a lot of nostalgia stories to talk about from stuff I used to watch growing up. But it would also be nice to see how it was from a foreign point of view, to be quite honest with you. So I couldn't do this alone, which is why I brought out a very special guest co-host. You might know him if you've been following the show since February. He's quite a very funny, erratic person himself. So if you please be very kind to give a very warm welcome for my guest co-host, Mr. Curtis Elton from the Listen Listener podcast with.
I'm here. What have we got in here?
What is that?
It's my suitcase. I am on holiday right now. We have swimming goggles.
Swimming
I was
goggles.
wearing them this whole interview.
Oh.
There we go. That is it. We have a Google Home. Not sponsored by Google.
Yes. No.
No, we are not sponsored by Google. They wish. They wish. And we have an Apple iPhone. You can go get your iPhone at apple.co.com.
But that's not sponsored by Apple.
But we aren't going to they aren't sponsoring us. So just go to podcast.com to buy an iPhone. Here we go.
Are the goggles for sale too?
Yes, these are for sale in my yard sale next week. You can come to my house. You'll have to find it though. And this. It's tasty.
Okay.
It's flavored. It's flavored to taste like nothing. It doesn't taste like anything. It's beautiful. Okay, let's get on with the show.
Okay. Well, that's a lot of sponsorships. I don't think I've done as much sponsorships as you. So congratulations to you, sir.
We managed to get sponsored by people who we've never spoken to before. So thank you.
Well, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
But today, as I said earlier, we'll be discussing our nostalgia shows from a foreign point of view, from somebody who's seen shows in the U.S. There have been some imports that have come out from other countries, such as Canada, the UK, Australia, such and such, that have been some crossover hit shows here that I might have actually seen, or I don't remember seeing, but it was on when I was growing up. And I'm sure the experience might be similar for Mr. Curtis Elton over here, who's just like Elton John, based from the UK. So I would be polite to have the guest co-host start with his experience, if you'd like. I don't know if your list is as extensive as mine. So did you want to go first?
No, please. I haven't got a list. You go first.
Oh. Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay, I'll go then. So be sure to stay tuned for updates at the end of the show, because we have a couple of those. At least I do. I don't know about Kurt, or I forget. The camera's positioned the wrong way, so when I think I'm pointing this way, it's actually pointing.
Oh yeah, I just did that.
Yeah. No, this way. Yeah.
Wait. Reach your hand to the right. I'm about to touch your head. I am about to touch your head. There. Oh, God. No, you're doing it wrong. Other way around.
I'm bad at this.
No, other way. I'm touching your head. I'm on your head. Where are you? I'm patting your back.
Oh, okay. All right. Enough of the camera foolishness. I don't know. Angles are horrible.
Yeah, we have a show.
Yeah, stay tuned for the updates at the end of the show. We have a couple of those. Not sure about Kurt, but since he doesn't have a list, I guess I'll start with me. It's gonna sound a lot better when I edit it for audio form, but um, gosh, what network should I start with? So growing up as a small gup child, Rugrat. This is the same exact details that I've given Kurt before we started the stream. Should have seen that. That was blooper worthy with you trying to get the lighting set up.
Did you just hear that?
What was that?
That was a light falling. Just as you said, the lights sets there with the bloopers at the beginning. The light fell.
Oh, okay. All right.
Exact same time as you were.
And you look like you're going to tell a story.
No, you're going to tell a story. It's just confusing for the people who are listening right now. Go on.
Right. So, growing up, like I said, as a gup child, kid, Rugrat, whatever. The main channels that I used to watch growing up, because there weren't really as many for kids that I would actually, go out and find watching. I've been dubbed the Google machine by lots of people, including some lady that I know that's called Mom, but that's a long story from there. There are 4 primary networks that you would probably watch consistently growing up. And the first one I want to start, I guess, in the order that we had the channel numbers listed by said network, would be a little network. I'm sure you probably don't know this. PBS Kids. Is that your equivalent of the BBC networks?
No idea. PBS, Public Broadcasting Network. It's that system. Person who has
a voice. There's an S in there. Probably you were close. You were close.
PBN. No, I was talking about PBN. We also have PB&J.
Oh, okay. Well, I have an analogy. He has the PB&J, but yeah. With PBS Kids, what different from that versus the other networks that I'm going to address during the stream is that they had more educational themed programs that taught good morals, had more slice of life themes.
Yes, and that's
taught a lot of math and science too.
Yeah, it's educational. It's that educational show network.
So do you really know or not?
No, I know what PBS is.
Okay.
It's an educational network, and it's for. I think I had that. Not because they might want me on sometime. It's a great network, and it's to do. It has that deep voiced man. Well, no, that's C-SPAN. I'm thinking of C-SPAN.
It might be PBS too.
PBS has a deep voiced man.
Well, actually, PBS Kids actually started out as a block because PBS is for kids for most of the day, but for the nighttime schedules for older, adults, the shows that were considered boring, like Antiques Roadshow will usually come on at 10 o'clock.
Oh.
That's usually where you go. That's the equivalent of Nickelodeon's Nick at Night, for example, or Cartoon Network's Adult Swim. It's for adults after a certain amount of time at night.
You have Nick at Night.
Yeah. Do you have Nick at Night? I know you got Nickelodeon, but
a nice channel called Teleshopping.
Repeat that again.
It goes to a weird channel called Teleshopping. It's where they, it's where they sell things. You phone in and they sell things.
Okay, so that's our equivalent of QVC here in the States.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They have QVC and nights. We do have a channel called QVC.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, with different accents.
Right, you have British accents, so if you were out to promote,
only the ads. The channels I watch don't, but only the ads. Oh yeah, we'll get onto the ads soon. We'll get onto the ads.
Yes, the ads.
Yeah,
you can't miss the ads. You can't miss the ads.
Yeah, but if you wind up, you're taking money away from an orphanage, from a hospital that's about to be built. You don't wind up. You have to watch the ads and then rewatch them. Watch ads, rewatch them.
I'm not sure about that.
Takes money. Don't skip the ad.
Right. But anyway, back to PBS. We were talking about PBS. The kids block usually started at 6:30 in the morning, and this is Eastern time, by the way. I know there's time zones that differ, so it might be different from other people. But I'm in the Eastern time zone, and we always had the block start at like 6-7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
But it was fun while it lasted until you had to go into school and you missed most of the morning shows until you came back home at 3 o'clock. Yeah, 3. I think it's 3. It's been a while. But I think the first show that they would usually have. Huh?
What time does school finish again?
Off topic. I mean, elementary school, I believe you got out by 3.
Carry on.
It was 3. Yeah, I think it was 3. But the first show that aired on the block at 6 o'clock was either usually Arthur. Do you have that there?
We do, and the show is ending, I think.
Mm-hmm. Next year, early next year. It's unfortunate, but it's not a surprise. I think the show's kind of run its course. Most shows usually don't look good in Adobe Flash. Arthur's one of those, in my opinion, anyways. Or
I don't think I ever liked that show because I never watched it.
You never watched it?
No, I a couple of episodes, but it's to do with animals speaking.
Yeah,
and he's got those. He's a bookworm, I think.
Oh, who, Arthur?
Yeah.
Wait, what did you say he is? I know what animal he is.
He has glasses on his head. But they're see-through, unlike these.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, but he looks like he's a person who reads a lot of books.
Yeah, because he has glasses, right?
Yeah, it's a common stereotype.
Is it?
People who they read a lot of books. No, I think it makes you look smarter.
Okay.
No, that is. I watched an episode of Modern Family. Makes you look smarter when you put them on.
We're not talking about Modern Family though. That's not a show though. That's not any of the networks I'm talking about. But I appreciate the mention though.
No, but that's a childhood show of mine. So carry on. It is.
Well, when you get to your section, we'll talk about it.
We're still in your section. Okay, carry on.
As it were, or the second show I was about to mention that came on the block early. Clifford the Big Red Dog. I don't know if he had that show either, but it's a popular show.
They've turned it into a movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
They actually had an animated movie come out back in the 2000s, but this is like live action version.
Already. What is it with movies and big dogs? They all like big dogs in movies.
I don't know.
The amount of little kitty movies I've seen with big dogs going across the screen, it's got to be at least 5. That's a lot for one topic.
It is.
Yeah, and I've only seen one of them. Parts of it.
And the movie is?
I don't know. I forgot. I don't like it. So I don't remember things I don't like.
Right. Well, yeah, Clifford was another good show. But I mean, these shows had explained good morals. There's not exactly shows that are bordering on math and science per se, but rather good morals. Yes. Another show that kind of continued that. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Did you have that either?
No, they don't. From what I've seen, they don't have it here. But I've seen Mr. Rogers.
You might have missed it.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Won't you be mine? Won't you? Oh, copyright.
Yeah. We don't want you to get sued. That's exactly why. As soon as I heard you start singing, I was going to sing with you, but I thought about the copyright. Oh, and he's gone. They got him.
Hey, come over here.
No, I'm good.
What?
I'm good. But those shows were some that came on early that you would expect that had, very good morals, taught you how to be good to people around you, how to be good to yourself and true to yourself, just be unique, be yourself.
Yeah, that
Good
sounds like
morals.
yes. Let's PBS Kids, good morals, with nice kid shows, but with always
Yes.
happy endings. Now, what's PBS Adults?
It's just PBS, not PBS Kids. Just PBS.
Yeah, what's PBS? Is it news? Yeah, PBS News.
Yeah, there's the news. There's some other programming.
What
I, I
programming?
I like. There's some stuff. There's some imports from the UK that air here. I don't know the show names, but to be quite honest with you, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, there were some UK imports. The antique show I mentioned earlier.
We have
That's
that.
really
I watch. Sometimes it's just on in the background. I watch Antique Roadshow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's about antiques on the roads, and it's a show. Are we talking about the same Antique Roadshow?
No, the Antiques Roadshow I see is antique fairs or auction shows. People
Yeah,
selling antiques.
or they go over to people's houses to sell antiques.
Or that.
Boom.
So we might watch this.
Show.
We might know the thing. Yeah.
Yes. Carry on. We're still on your first choice on the lists. We haven't gotten.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've only mentioned 2 shows on one network.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, breaking it down.
I'm not going to interrupt you.
Are you sure about that?
No promises. But let's find out.
All right, as it were. So later around in the PBS Kids block, you got various genres and school-based things that they would teach you about. You had the math shows like Cyber Chase, for example, or shows that would teach you about literature, Between the Lions, or Reading Rainbow, for example. Classic shows that we used to watch growing up here in this country. And then you got some shows that kind of middle of the road. They tell you that it's good morals, but it's not. Like Caillou. I don't know if you ever heard of that.
Yes.
We don't like that show.
Is it on PBS?
Yeah.
Never
It's actually a Canadian import, but they aired it here.
Oh, Canadian TV ain't TV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not exactly the best role model looking back, but I watched it.
Wait,
or
you watched
Barney the Dinosaur.
You watched a Canadian show that wasn't about being nice?
No, I don't know, to be honest. I'm not from there, but from what I've seen, it's really not meant much to pick from.
And how do they turn the children so nice? How do they turn so nice if they're watching monster shows? Isn't monster shows not good moral shows?
Yeah, mostly monster shows, mostly comedy shows. Just a lot. It varies.
I see. Canadian comedy. I like to see that. Oh wait, Jim Carrey.
Yeah, he's Canadian too.
Yeah, he's Canadian, I guess.
Now, what was that before the cutoff?
We don't like to remember that. Carry on.
Yeah, I was about to mention Barney and Sesame Street. Also, 2 other shows, long-running shows. Well, at least in Sesame Street's case, it's been on for over 50 years. I don't know. Seeing the
Barney.
Brothers.
We have. I used to watch Barney.
Oh, you had Barney.
Yeah, the dinosaur.
Oh.
We watch Barney.
Right.
I think we have Sesame Street. We have Muppets. The Muppets.
Yeah.
Not anymore. The Muppets ended, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sad times. Sad times. Those were. The Muppets ended. Before I was born, so it's not really sad times. I never knew it.
Right. I hope it wouldn't be sad times otherwise. I don't know.
No, the Muppets. Now it's all on Disney Plus. They haven't sponsored us though, so it's on. Listen.
Yeah, don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. I'm gonna mention Disney, but you don't want to talk about it.
Oh yeah, because
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And then the last thing I want to mention about the PBS shows before I go on, Obviously, those are the popular shows. Of course, there's the shows that not meant to be about morals per se, but rather just fun shows. Fetch with Rough Ruffman. Gosh, say that 3 times. Was one of those shows that
Say it again 3 times.
Shows.
Go.
No, no, and no. I remember you can actually audition to be on the show, be a contestant, and you can go on all these like fun little I don't know, scavenger hunt, like stuff. I mean, there are some elements of science and math in there, but it looked a lot of fun growing up. But obviously, I don't know. I don't think they would have been ready for me. Like I said, walking, talking, Google machine. I don't think they would have been prepared. But it's just me.
Yeah. Now, let me just get something straight. So PBS Kids isn't educational, it's moral.
It's a mixture.
Ah, but that's only PBS Kids. Most all the other TV shows aren't educational.
You mean for PBS adults?
Any TV show. No, PBS Adults. PBS Adults isn't educational. It's probably more about it's
informational.
It's probably more about documentaries and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, informational, historical,
it's informative.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, anyway, the PBS Kids block usually ended at 7:00, and the last show is usually on around that hour, Arthur or something else random like that. But usual shows like that, just classic throwbacks. And look, I have a good place in my heart. Some of those shows, anyway, not Caillou, but most of those shows have a good place in my heart. I don't want to get too stuck on the PBS shows because I'm trying to make sure I get to your time soon.
TV is not educational. Get onto real TV, please. Get onto the real TV.
Okay, we'll talk about it. The second network that I wanted to mention. Nickelodeon. Do you have that there, right?
Of course. Well, from what I've seen, yeah.
Okay.
You have SpongeBob. You have SpongeBob, but it's your choice of shows. So carry on. You have SpongeBob.
Yes.
Rugrats.
As it were.
You have Nickelodeon. You have Nicktoons.
Yes.
You have Nick Adults.
Yes, Nick at Night. Yeah.
No, Nick Adults. It's about.
Okay, fine. Nick Adults.
It's about a person named Nick.
All right.
And boy, you don't want to know what happens in that show.
I'm afraid to ask, but
yeah, carry on.
The first block that started the Nickelodeon block early in the morning was Nick Jr. I know in his early years, I don't think it had its own channel. That might have been like late into the 2000s when it actually had its official own channel, but it was a block similar to PBS Kids. It would start at 6 or 7, end at 3:00. And then that's when the main Nickelodeon shows came. But what you would usually see on the Nick Jr. block with constant reruns, my mother can attest to this, it would usually be a lot of Dora the Explorer episodes, Go Diego Go, Little Bill, the Wonder Pets, Blue's Clues. And
haven't heard of that one.
What?
We haven't heard of that one. Do you have Wizards of Waverly?
That's on another network. We gotta break that down later.
Oh, that's Disney Channel. No.
Mm-hmm.
You have iCarly?
Yeah, that's on Nickelodeon.
Yeah. You miss iCarly. How could you? Yeah, no, yeah, now it's Paramount Plus.
Yes, the edgy version.
Yeah, but they're not owned by Disney, so they don't have the lawyers. So we can say that as many times as we like.
Mm-hmm.
So you have iCarly. There was another show that was a witch show. It's a spooky one.
I'm afraid I don't know what you're referring to.
Neither do I know there was a spooky one, but most of them, as I call it, SpongeBob, you have Rugrats, you have the other one, and you have that one too.
That's what you remember.
Yep. But
Sounds
I watched SpongeBob nonstop. No, a lot. A few years ago. Then I watched it on and off for 3 years ago. So yeah, that's what on and off. Then a couple of years ago, a couple of years ago, no, 1 year ago, no, a couple of years ago, I watched it on Netflix because it turned out they have had 3 seasons of it on Netflix.
right.
So it's on there, and I've seen it on and off. No, I haven't seen it since. I might have seen a tiny bit since.
So that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. When did you stop watching it?
SpongeBob, you mean?
Yeah, never.
In terms of the old episodes, never really. But in terms of like the new episodes, probably a little over a year ago. They're just not as funny as it used to be. Like some of the animations nowadays are a little too expressive. Trying to get too much of a point across, just over the top. I don't know. It was a little more simplistic back then.
I remember seeing a few years ago. There were old episodes, and then there were very new, very updated, nice-looking episodes with good quality. And I remember watching it. The same with the show called The Simpsons. I remember a whole bunch of.
That's not on any of the networks that I'm going to mention, but yes, go ahead.
You're not mentioning The Simpsons?
I've seen the show, but it's not going to be on any of the networks I mentioned during my nostalgia special. I mean, it might be on your side, but
I'm sure it is. Are you going to speak about Disney?
Yeah, soon.
Okay, good. So The Simpsons is going to be on it now, because Disney now owns it somehow. What's happened? It was very bad quality. Now, when I suddenly found out, well, there's all these new shows, and they're good quality, but sometimes the old episodes are only filled in a square shape across the screen. It's for smaller TVs. The newer ones fill up the whole TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's how you know. But the older episodes are the best ones. If you look at rankings online, the first 5 seasons are the top seasons. The rest of season 30 to right now, all the lowest rated, but it's still good episodes. But I think the best ones are season 3, season 4, season 5, and season 6.
Oh, interesting.
You know how I know that?
Because you researched it while we were talking.
No, because I found out Conan wrote those episodes.
Who?
Conan.
Oh, O'Brien. Okay.
No, wait. Yes, the Irish. The Irish lad. Irish laddie. He's Irish.
Back to the Nickelodeon block. I don't know what he's going on about the Simpsons, the tangent, but yeah.
Well, you've done so I studied for 3 years. Seasons 3 to 5 were written by him, and those were the best episodes. There's the episodes like Monorail. Monorail.
Who? Oh, the Monorail. Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Monorail, and they have a song. And it's a monorail, and it's a con. Some of the best episodes. But carry on, please. We're not analyzing. We're nostalgic.
Yes, yeah, you're very nostalgic, aren't you? You just went into the monorail.
No,
okay.
I saw that episode 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah. But yeah, what was I saying about the Nickelodeon block? Yeah, the main block usually started after 4. Like I said, the usual shows that you see on the reruns on there will be, the SpongeBob's. I mean, in terms of the animated slate, you had SpongeBob, Danny Phantom, The Fairly Odd Parents, Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius. And some of the video game adaptations that were on there, Attack and the Power of Juju. Was LT Gray a game before it turned into a show? I don't remember that. Back to the Barnyard was originally a movie before it was converted to a TV show. You can find that there. And then some of the later shows that we really don't talk about as much because the quality kind of dropped, like the Jimmy Neutron sequel, Planet Sheen, for example, or Fanboy Chum Chum. Shows that I usually saw like early in the morning because they usually switched up the lineup. Sometimes it was Nick Jr., then on the weekends it was just no Nick Jr. and just the main block all day. So they usually would vary. And then for your live action slate, not as memorable. I think some of the biggest shows to come out of that live action spot were iCarly and Drake and Josh. It's a shame what happened to Drake. Fell off badly. Some of the other live action shows I'm trying to remember. Not as memorable. Not as memorable. Gosh. I think two shows that aired like early in the weekends were very short-lived. There was one show that was like sci-fi. It's called The Troop. I don't know if anybody's going to remember that one.
What?
The Troop.
The Troop.
Yeah, it was a sci-fi show. It was short-lived. Nobody probably remember it.
No,
like
I never
late 2000s, early 2010s.
How short-lived was it? Was it like Born and Died? I don't remember it.
2 years.
Oh, so enough to make an impact, and yet it didn't.
Yeah, a season or two. Yeah.
I see.
Or Super Ninjas. That was a comedy show.
Shame on that show.
The what?
Shame on that show. It had the life.
Shame.
It did the most of it.
Shame.
No one misses it because no one's heard of
Shame.
it. Yes. Okay. Yeah. What's your next choice?
And yeah, most of those shows I usually mention. And of course, it's so varied up in programming. Nickelodeon was. I don't know what they're doing nowadays because I hardly see the channel. But like the last stuff I've seen on there was like the Loud House and Harvey Beaks. That didn't last long either, like 2 seasons, which is a shame. It was a good animated show, but
there's Loud House. Boom. That's the name of one of the Nickelodeon shows. Loud House.
Yes, it's a Nicktoon, I guess, so to speak.
Yep. Wait, Loud House. Yep.
Just had a movie come out on Netflix.
Any house I'm in, that's what they call it. Loud House.
Loud House.
I'm in a hotel right now, and they suddenly go, it's a loud hotel. Second I join.
I don't know if it has a good ring to it like the Loud House, though.
Loud House, Loud Hotel, Loud Motel, Loud Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Loud Motel has more drama than a Loud Hotel, but the Loud Hotel is more of a soap opera, like a telenovela.
So like General Hospital.
No, more like a Spanish General Hospital. Yes. ER, but Espanol. CC. Okay, carry on. We're going up.
Spanish. We have to work in your Spanish. Try Duolingo. The next network I want to mention.
Sponsor of our episodes, because you can mention it. So I don't think they have any lawyers, but wait, are they? And then it's not TV, so they're not owned by Disney. So yeah.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I know. I'm shocked. Disney hasn't gone into the foreign speaking market yet. I don't know why.
Right. What was I? Yeah, the next network that I wanted to mention out of the Nostalgia Trail, still going into channel order. Cartoon Network was the next network that I actually watched consistently.
Yep. Cartoon Network. They have Ben 10.
Yeah, okay, for you. That was all you remember, Ben 10?
Why? Was that on your list?
It was for a moment, but it was just gonna get a brief mention because I didn't really watch every episode of it. I actually had a Ben 10 watch. I wonder if I still have it.
Tom and Jerry.
Probably at one of my grandmother's houses. But anyway.
Tom and Jerry.
Huh?
Tom and Jerry, Looney Tunes. Have I got all your shows that you were going to mention?
No, the Cartoon Network is more than that. Those are the classic shows, the classic cartoons, the Tom and Jerry's, the Looney Tunes.
You're going into the modern ones. Carry on.
Yeah. Once that started back in the 90s.
Let me do my intrigued look. This is my intrigued look. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. Carry on.
You look like a spy kid with those goggles on. But
yeah.
As it were.
Right now, I'm looking over there, but it looks like I'm looking over here. I'm looking over there, but it looks like I'm looking over here.
Okay.
Okay, carry on.
Fair enough. Cartoon Network actually has the distinction of all four networks that'll be mentioned during my nostalgia show for me to not have a preschool block for younger children aged 2 and up. They did try to have a live action block, but obviously that didn't last very long. It didn't end up very well. We don't talk about that era. But we'll just talk about the cartoons that shaped Cartoon Network. You know, those are the likes of the Powerpuff Girls.
Never heard.
Dexter's Laboratory.
I have, but that's a newer show. Those are newer shows.
I know. I was going to mention the modern ones, you know?
Oh, yeah, carry on. Okay.
Yes. Courage the Cowardly Dog. Ed, Ed, and Eddie. What was the other one? Codename Kids Next Door. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Camp Laszlo. These some shows didn't really last a couple seasons. Chowder. And what was the last one?
Chowder.
Other than Ben 10.
It's a Boston show. A show sets in Boston. Chowder.
Yeah, they have those accents. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they say it in New England. Chowder. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched the show. I've seen it once or twice. It's about a person who does he look like Chowder? Why is it called that?
Because all the characters have food names. They work in the kitchen. They cook food. Yeah, Chowder's a food.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
I saw it once or twice, but back then I didn't really like watching new things.
Me neither.
Yeah,
which is the last popular Cartoon Network show I really watched consistently was Adventure Time.
I know about that. I didn't watch it though.
Well, you know it, but you didn't watch it.
No, I know it very well. I just didn't watch it. Yeah, I mainly watched Ben 10, SpongeBob, and I'll get into the other shows later. But carry on.
And then some shows I want to mention, I didn't really have long lives on the air. In particular, first one I wanted to mention, where is it in my list? Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends was a great show. Great show. I didn't know it was actually about, this kid in the foster home having imaginary friends. I just thought they were fun. Or let's see, Class of 3000. You probably never heard of it.
No, I've heard of Class of 2590, but that was a show from around 10 years ago. You must be looking at the 5-year-old version. 5 years ago. So you're looking at 3000. That was more of a 2500s era of a show. So, yeah, different times.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we watched the same show. But Class of 3000 was it was cool because it was created by Andre 3000 from the group Outkast, the hip hop group Outkast, this big group here in the US. Not sure if they're big internet. I mean, the only hit that I would think that people would know them from internationally is Hey Ya. But he created that show.
Are they that big? Are they that big?
Yes, here.
I don't watch I don't listen to hip hop.
Okay, that explains it.
Yeah.
They're huge here.
Were they performing at that show that we were speaking about?
Wow.
Were they performing at that show we were speaking about before? Not the stream ages ago. The We Love NYC. So they did.
Oh, that's something. No, that's something.
No, they did a whole bunch of hip hop. They did a whole bunch of hip hop performers.
Oh no, Outkast were not there. They're not together as a group anymore. That was LL Cool J, some other names.
Yeah. And you know LL Cool J?
Yeah, of course.
Hip hop. I know him from NCIS Los Angeles.
Oh, I didn't even know you watched that show. The more you know.
No, I'm going to talk about it towards later on in this episode. Because right now
that's where you're starting.
You are hugging up all the time, and I'm interrupting you all the time. So right now, I'm speaking more, but we're still on your choices. So I am not going to speak.
Respectfully.
You have
Okay.
the floor. You have got the mic.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll see how long this lasts. But Class of
Okay.
3000, it was different because there were more musical themes and elements to the show compared to the other shows I just mentioned. I mean, sure, they might have had their musical moments, but it was just cheesy. Just something like. But that show actually had like deep musical themes and very artistic. Because the person behind the show was very artistic and creative, and it's just a musical genius. So, it's unfortunate that it didn't last long. I think due to Cartoon Network switching gears with their management at the time, certain shows that were airing that were newer didn't have longer runs. That probably is usually how it goes for most channels, but it is what it is. Uh, certain shows around that time didn't really have a long lasting shelf life, but that's fine.
I'm going to interrupt for a second. We're getting some live chatting. We've been having live chat.
Okay, what's the light chat about? What's going on?
No, you have a feature. It says you go to comments. Here we go. When you're not zoomed in. We've had somebody called Kaysen. They said, "What about Disney Junior? What about Disney Junior?"
Yeah, that's my brother. We're going to talk about that in a moment.
Yeah, you speak about. And who's Nico? Is that your mother?
Yes.
Ah. And those are the comments. And then I know Krabus, he's watching.
Is he?
I think so. I don't think he's written in, but he's watching.
It's surprising. He's very quiet. But
yeah, I'm surprised. Okay.
Then the final network that I want to talk about in my nostalgic tour, before I let you have the floor shortly, I'm gonna sit back here and I'm gonna do the opposite of you, but just being quiet. But that's when you have the floor.
Yeah, sure.
The Disney Channel. Since the recommendation came up earlier, Disney, just like Nick, had a preschool block that I used to watch growing up. But my brother didn't really grow up.
They have an army of lawyers on speed dial. Be very careful.
Oh, I'll do my best.
Approach with caution.
I'll do my best. I'll do my best. I'll do my best. But as it were, my brother did not grow up with what the current incarnation of the preschool block is today, that is now called Disney Junior. But from when I was growing up, they used to call it Playhouse Disney. And
and when I was growing up, which was the exact same time as you were growing up, let's sort of give or take a year. No, give a year. Disney Junior never existed. That only came in a few years ago.
Yeah, it was Playhouse Disney. Then it was Disney.
It was?
Disney Junior.
I was only aware of a channel called Disney Channel.
Yeah, that was the block, Playhouse Disney, for preschools.
Oh. Okay.
You sound so bummed. But yeah.
What shows do they have? What shows do they have?
I think Playhouse Disney was more diverse. This is coming from somebody that actually watched it back then. I don't mean to offend my brother when I say this, but I think the lineup was actually more kindred to the live action shows, because Disney Junior, I think now is just all animated. Playhouse Disney had a mixture of both.
You mean it was like live action mixed with animation?
Yeah, some shows were live action, some shows were animated. So now all Disney Junior has is all like 90% animated.
Yes. There are lots of shows on there that I tried to watch Disney Junior. I didn't really like it. No offense.
Because you were probably older then, weren't you?
Yes, I was 7.
Right. And
no, I wasn't so. I just never liked those shows.
Oh, okay.
I like SpongeBob.
You like the what now?
I like SpongeBob and Ben 10 and Tom and Jerry and The Simpsons, but I'll get into that when you stop.
Yes, because this is my time. This is my block. I'm about to wrap it up.
Okay, I'll wait.
Where? But as I was saying, Playhouse.
I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna go to sleep. Take your time.
Great. So as I was saying, Playhouse Disney, the live action lineup was very diverse for its time. I think some of the biggest live action stuff that like had runs on there ranged from shows like The Wiggles, which actually were imports from Australia. I didn't know that until later.
Yeah.
I actually had a Wiggles toy. Imagination Movers kind of came out later. There were shows called Bear in the Big Blue House and Out of the Box, but those didn't get like long-lasting reruns from when I was growing up, but they came out from like the 90s or whatever. What was the last show that was like a popular live-action Disney show? I can't remember.
You mean on Junior?
Disney Junior, you mean?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, okay. I thought you said Nick Jr.
No. But there's that too.
Yeah, there is.
Well, we're not going to discuss it.
Because we're on Disney.
Yeah. Okay.
There's so many shows, I know I'm going to forget a lot of them. But then with the animated stuff, I think the only show that I remember watching that stuck on in the Disney Junior era was, of course, Mickey Mouse's shows, the Clubhouse. I might be a new show now, but...
Oh, you mean Mickey Mouse Clubhouse?
Yes, that.
Yes. I used to watch that. Great show, great show. It's changed now. Turns out it's the characters have come to life in a magical place called Disney World. And things have changed so much, I tell you. They're made out of fur, they're not plastic. But also, it's become more animated. I think it's more cartoonish.
That's
there's also Disney Junior with a baby Mickey Mouse, like Looney Tunes, but then there was Looney Tunes Junior, which is just Looney Tunes Kids, whatever it's called. Yeah, remember? And it was just baby Looney Tunes. We like making everything into a baby. Do you remember?
Honestly, not really.
Wow, so you haven't seen it. So you had Looney Tunes Junior, you had Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Junior, and now there's a new one on Disney Plus, which is the same as Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, but it's not educational and it's to do with racing.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Was not for me, but let me see. Where was, like I was saying,
I watched that a year ago. I watched that. I watched Mickey Mouse Shorts. I watched Mickey Mouse with a Racing a year ago.
Oh.
It was on Disney Plus.
Was it?
Every single Mickey Mouse TV show, movie, or modern TV show that are coming out now weekly is all on Disney Plus.
Okay.
And you can visit Disney Plus at the website below. Listen, podcast.com/upcoming.
Yes.
Yeah. I just plugged both of our shows.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Because you're on my website.
Of course.
Yeah.
What was that with the but past the live action stuff? The animated block also was very diverse for the Playhouse Disney block before I move on to the main Disney Channel. Like I said, we mentioned the Mickey Mouses. Some other shows that were long running on that network included Handy Manny. There
was one. There was one where he was a builder, and he had to build with these tools, and these tools had eyes.
Yeah, and he was Latino.
I
said, and he was like a Latino Bob the Builder.
Yeah, that's what it was, Bob the Builder.
Mm. I mean, both of them were builders, but Bob the Builder's not on Disney.
I see.
And what else? What other was it that kind of came on that? I remember Special Agent Oso kind of translated onto Disney Junior. Yarsh. Now that I'm thinking back, a lot of the animated block was a lot of Mickey Mouse. And the Little Lionsteins.
That's a TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Unless it changed and it's a movie.
It had a song.
Yeah, the theme song. Yeah. It was turned into a hip hop beat, a hippity hoppity.
Hippity hoppity. Give me the
successful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Popular The Office. Michael Scott quote: "Made up by me, stolen from Michael Scott."
Right.
There we go. Hippity hoppity. Give me the stuff. Okay.
But enough of the Playhouse Disney tripe. We can move past that. Then you have the main Disney block that you had more options with in terms of what you could see for live action shows and animated shows. Of course, a lot of animated stuff were based. There was a mixture of like original stuff, and then there was the movie animated shows based off of the movies that came out. You know, there were shows for The Little Mermaid, Hercules. The Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah.
I think The Lion King had a show. If not, there's the Disney Junior show. There
was a Disney Junior Lion King, I think.
Yeah, that's the Lion Guard, but I don't know if there was like a non-preschool version of it.
And when I went to Disneyland, we had a TV show playing on the TV. It was a Lion King, but it was just called Pumbaa and Timon, I think. It was safety.
Yeah, Timon and Pumbaa. Okay, that was the show I'm thinking of.
No, yeah, there's that show which I saw on Disney Plus a year ago. But in the Disney hotel room, they had a Safety Smart one. It's a special one they made a few years ago, around 20 years ago. It's you want Safety Smart? Don't tell about it. It's they've told you don't go on, don't text people bad things. Don't go on the internet. Be careful, don't go near fire. It was an educational one by Timon and Pumbaa. Pumbaa and Timon.
Oh.
That has a charm. There we go. Now.
There you go.
Now, are those your episodes? I like to get to mine, to be honest.
I can tell. We're about to wrap up. As it were, there was the original animated stuff on the lineup that were not based for movies. I think some of the popular ones that most people remember, Kim Possible was a long-running one. Almost lasted over 100 episodes. And actually, I think that was the only animated Disney show from that time to actually get brought back after it originally ended for another season of 20-plus episodes. Then there's The Proud Family. That was a very diverse show. That's also coming back to Disney Plus later. We still don't know the premiere date, but
what's it called?
The Proud Family. You don't remember that one?
Nope, never heard of it.
I'm not surprised. But I'm not surprised if it
is that like a sign from a TV show? Because I didn't get that.
Huh?
I didn't get this. Is that like from a TV show?
No, I'm thinking they didn't run it because it had a black family as the lead. Not.
Oh. How old is this show?
It premiered over 20 years ago. The premiere anniversary will be September. I ought to do a retrospective of it, honestly, because I did watch it. But
wow.
We're still waiting on the revival. We don't have a premiere date, but that's fine.
They're getting ready. They're gonna revive everything. They're gonna kill everything and bring it back in a few years. They suddenly did that 2 years ago. Now everything's back. iCarly's back. They're bringing back live action Disney movies. I'm hoping they bring back The Office and the other Modern Family in 10 years.
That's gonna be your headline, and you said that. I'm gonna put that up there. Curtis Elton wishes for an Office reboot. I'm gonna say that.
Yes, that's gonna be the tagline of this episode. I tell you, the amount of people who are now gonna tune into this.
It's
I
gonna
want
be a hit.
Office reboot. Bam. We've just gone viral. There we go.
Boom.
Ooh.
And some other popular originals. Phineas and Ferb also was a long-lasting show.
Yes, that's a good episode I used to see with Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
There you go. You got the pronunciation right in one take.
I made it a bit more Dr. Doofenshmirtz, and I made it more of a Hotel Transylvania vibe for that, but it's Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
Perry the Platypus, you know, that guy.
Yes. Perry the Platypus.
I don't know about you. I don't know about that one, but you tried. You gotta get better with the accents. You gotta go to my accent school. Oh, and he froze. Oh, it's good at freezing. Well, that's unfortunate. Hopefully he'll be able to join us again. He's good and frozen. Kurt, are you still there? Darn. He's gone, I think. We're going to see if I can get him added back shortly. But, as it were... Oh... That's unfortunate. But like he was saying, with Phineas and Ferb, you had the good villain. I mean, the bad guy, of course, obviously. Who always just kept scheming against this platypus. I don't know. Phone call decline. And then, of course, there was the musical numbers. A lot of them, really. Very catchy numbers. And I mean, the show was really cool because you had these young kids actually building stuff that you probably wouldn't even, do growing up, you know? Oh, wait a minute. All right, are you on again?
Hi.
What happened to you?
I lost you. Could you hear me?
As soon as I said, when you did the Dr. Doofenshmirtz impersonation, I said you should go to my accent school. But as soon as I said that, you looked like you got offended because you froze, and then you left. So no, I did not hear what you said after I said that.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't heard a Dr. Doofenshmirtz voice in years.
Well, it's fine, you know. I just take it to school, you know. Oh, well, at least you're back for now, of course.
Nope, I'm going. We're out of time.
Okay. Oh, Kurt is gone. Kurt.
No, that was a wall that way. I should have exited this way. There's a wall this way. There's a wall right here. I had nowhere to go. It would have been more dramatic if I went this way. Then I have nowhere to go. Because now, see, I'm now gone. See? Think 2 steps ahead. Okay, where were we?
Yeah, I was going to move past the Phineas and Ferb and mention The Replacements was also a show on Disney that I saw. American Dragon, which had a drastic animation switch. Is probably why it didn't last very long. Dave the Barbarian didn't last very long. And also a show that I forgot to mention that was based on a movie, Lilo and Stitch.
Ah, Lilo and Stitch. It's about an alien.
Yes. Named Stitch.
Yes.
Stitch.
That blue thing, the Smurf.
Yep.
Yep. But the Smurf, who wasn't really a Smurf, but more of a koala.
Yeah, he did look like a koala.
Yeah, a blue koala.
A very blue koala.
Yeah, a very blue koala. It had different shades of blue. It had a bluey green. It had a bluey blue. It had a dark blue. It had a black nose, I think, or a blue nose. It was very blue, yes. Now, are you done with your episodes?
Almost there. I can see you.
Right out of time.
I know. I'm gonna let you go. I might as well let you go because I wanted to quickly mention the live action slate that we had. We had That's So Raven, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, Hannah Montana, Corey in the House, Was the Waverly Place, Sweet Life on Deck, Sunny with a Chance, Jonas Brothers. We didn't really care for them. We don't really care for them a lot. That's just they suck. They're garbage. Phil of the Future, Liz McGuire, that was alright. And then some of the last shows I usually watch on there. There was Ant Farm, Shake It Up, Good Luck Charlie, Dog with a Blog, and these other shows I don't really know about. Honestly, I really don't know about them. I don't claim them, but it is what it is. Huh?
I watched a lot of those.
Okay. And that wraps up my animation slate. Now, if you would like to go without your
yes, please.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna just.
Okay. No, you can interrupt. If you have any questions, please do interrupt.
All right.
Okay. Because this is gonna take a while. So actually, no, it's not gonna take a while. I'm very quick. But right. I'm gonna drag it on so we can use up as much time as possible.
Like I did.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
I'm gonna head out on that note. Yep.
I have a list here.
Yeah. What is the list?
Wait. Wait. Oh, it's inside. It's a big list. NCIS Los Angeles. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's a great list. Outrageous.
Thank you. So I started. My order of shows. I remember it like it was 5 years ago. It was 6. So yeah, big. If time flies. What happened was it was you had. I was watching The Simpsons. I was watching SpongeBob, Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, Ben 10. I bought I had a whole DVD collection of Ben 10. New DVDs would come. New DVDs would come and be posted every single week. We would subscribe. I had a comic book with DVDs come every single week.
Every week?
Yep. Then I think I got bored with it, or it kept on coming, and I just stopped watching. So those were great shows. Yeah, that was very cool. There was Superman, Tiny Superman mini movies, or The Simpsons. You had SpongeBob. I said that. You had Casey Undercover, which is a Disney Channel.
Oh yes, it had my Booz and Dan.
Yeah, that's one show you didn't mention.
Yeah, because I didn't really watch it.
Oh.
I stopped watching consistent television like that in like 2013, 2014. That was before it came out.
Oh, I watched it I watched one season, I think, when I was younger. Then around a year ago, it was all 3 seasons were on Disney Plus. I only found out there were 3 seasons, so I just watched the whole thing in 2 weeks.
Amazing.
I know. It's one of my greatest achievements. One of my greatest achievements.
So, yeah.
So I'm very proud of it. Yes. And yeah, wait. I am very proud of it. One of my greatest achievements. Thank you. Thank you. One more time. It's a very big achievement. I binge watched it, in 3 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Here we go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, then you had Good Luck Charlie. I watched that. There was this Iggy. Do you have that show? It was a cat. The cat Iggy and Zuggy or something. Iggy. Iggy. 2 cats.
Augie and the Cockroaches?
Yeah, Augie and the Cockroach. You had
I remember that.
Beautiful show. Mm.
So that's your equivalent of cinema to you. Perfect cinema.
Yeah, I tell you, the plot of it, each episode, how the cockroach never died. Never gets old.
Oh, okay.
I think it did, though. I think it got canceled. I could be wrong, though. Yeah, so you had that. You had. Then discovered. I remember the exact moment. Oh yeah, The Simpsons. And SpongeBob. Simpsons again. The Thundermans. The Thundermans. You ever watch that?
Barely.
Okay, good enough. You had. How could you? You had the joke you made. You made a joke the other day on Twitter. I think I was going to say great joke to you. I was going to message you. I didn't.
Which one? I did a lot of responses this week, which is a record for me. But which one was it?
Very Odd Parents. There we go. Very Odd Parents. There we go.
Oh, you're talking about Scarlett Johansson and what's the dude from SNL's Baby Game Cosmo? Yeah.
Then I found out that someone else made the exact joke an hour before you. So.
Yeah, I wasn't a hit tweet. Yeah. I was shocked. I was appalled. And I was disappointed.
Yep. But I tell you what. That's. I liked it a lot. Now, what happened next? Are you listening?
Yeah.
Oh wait, sorry.
And he's frozen again. We might be experiencing something. Okay, there he goes. He's back.
Yep, I got a phone call. It blocked up the signal. I've now turned phone calls off. Oh, you're gone. Oh, you're back.
I'm here. I was waiting on you to continue.
Okay. Well, okay. This is one of my greatest moments. I watched a show called NCIS Los Angeles.
Yeah, wherever they are.
I watched a few seasons of that. Then I discovered a very scary show at the time. I was around 8. I haven't stopped watching any of these since. Same time I discovered the CW series of The Flash. I watched it right from season 1. I was the first one.
What was the scary show called?
Hawaii Five-0. Hawaii Five-0. It wasn't a scary show. It's heavier than, you have NCIS Los Angeles, which is more of a lighter police show. Then you have Hawaii Five-0, which at the time, the episodes I was watching, the one I watched was one where they had smallpox or something and the face was exploding. So.
Oh, okay. You wouldn't have been ready for Criminal Minds then if you've seen that, because that's even darker. But yeah.
Yeah, it was to do with that episode I watched. I watched it, then I stopped watching for a while. It was the episode where where the face is covered in spots and it explodes. So then I stopped watching. Then I watched NCIS Los Angeles some more. Went back to Hawaii Five-0, and it was a great show.
Okay.
Yeah, so I eventually liked it. I got used to it, and turns out now they're not as dark. It's not dark. Now I watch a show called Magnum PI.
All these are shows that were once originated from the 60s or 70s.
Yes, but I didn't watch the 60s or 70s. I watched the newer ones, except NCIS Los Angeles. That's a newer one. That's a Modern Family.
That was when you were probably a mist of air in space, just like I was.
Yes. Except my mist of air made a lot of noise. I went wee, 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 wee. I was all over the place. It bounced off walls. Mine was more of a particle of air than a mist of air, but yes, it's more of a ball. But wait, I don't even know what we're speaking about. I'm just playing along with what you're saying.
I was letting you talk about your show since you said you had a list, and I'm only commentating.
Yeah, and finally, The Flash and Modern Family. I remember watching it, and it was season 4, I think, and I didn't really like it because I only watched a tiny second of it on the TV whilst I was trying to find a different show. And I just turned over a few seconds later. I was around 7, so I didn't understand it. So then 3 years ago, I started watching it. And let me just say, it is without a doubt one of the best TV shows ever made.
Okay.
Yes, that's why I think, and you know The Office? That came out around when I was 7.
Okay, sorry, Mom, for the she said that Magnum PI was from 1980. I'm sorry. I'm not as
There
strong
you
as a
go.
walking, talking
Yeah,
Google machine as I once was anymore. I apologize. What were you saying about Magnapia? I mean, Modern Family.
yeah, it's not from the 60s, it's from the 80s. He might be wearing a Hawaiian shirt, but he's no hippie.
Yeah, all that.
Yep, he's Hawaiian. Now, I think he was. I had another story. Great show, though. Modern Family, I only watched it a couple, 3 years ago, but The Office, that came out when 2013 it ended, and I only heard about it 3 years ago. And I only watched it all the way through since quarantine started, since this pandemic started. That's the first time I had ever watched the show. And I was hooked. I watched it again, and then I watched it online every single day. I was hooked.
Oh, you was hooked.
Yeah, and now I think that show and
hooked by The Office.
Modern
Like
Family, yeah, I thought it's like.
Oh, I thought they were gonna do more like a, Yankee kind of situation, but I guess that's like a more soft.
There's a gift. There is a gift of someone doing exactly what you just did now. You just made.
I'm sure there is.
Made gift history. Congratulations.
Probably even more aggressively than I just did just now, but hey, that's cool.
You just made gift history. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, that's another
Proceed
gift.
about your office.
It's bad camera quality, but the gift is fabulous. You're gonna have to turn it into one now.
Of course.
Yeah. Wait. Well, yes, Modern Family, I think, is a modern version of The Office, and the fact that it's going to be just as famous as time goes on. I tell you, Modern Family and Hawaii Five-0, they ended. My two favorite shows ended in the same year. I know. Oh. In a pandemic.
Oh.
I know, the knife in the heart. Yeah.
Oh, that's heartbreaking. Yeah. That's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking.
I know. On the good news, I don't think if they recorded in a pandemic, it would have been any good. So that's a bright side. Because they wouldn't have had to been out and about as much. But they ended the same year. I think Modern Family and The Office are going to be just as good as each other as time goes on. I haven't stopped watching them. I've watched them on repeats over and over. I've seen Hawaii Five-0 through all 10 seasons now.
All 10?
Yeah, 10 seasons, around 10 or 11 times through. And in my whole time watching them, I've seen them around 100 times, the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I've watched this for around 10 years nonstop. It's a great show. And Modern Family, I haven't stopped watching it. I've watched, since it ended in April or May a year ago, I watched the whole thing through 3 times. So, there we go. Back to you, Western Wonder. Back to you.
So is that your list?
No, back to me. You have Simpsons. Finally, one movie. No, nostalgia. We're speaking about nostalgia. I'll speak about it before we wrap this up. There was a Flash versus Superman. It was a TV show or a short film or something. Bad quality, but I used to watch it. But I liked it. That's something I remember. Okay. And finally, you have a.
Wait a minute. Did you shout out any of your programs from the UK? Because I've talked about everything American. Here.
No, those are all the shows I watch.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just thinking. I'm like, did you shout out any of your British programs? I'm not trying to get you sued. I'm just saying.
No.
You got to deal with that, not me.
No,
so
it's not good TV over here, from what I've seen. From what I've seen, it's just. But yes. Yes. Is that, wait. Yes. It's exactly the same.
Mm-hmm. You got it.
I've forgotten what we were speaking about.
Yeah, you were going to wrap up talking about something about nostalgia, then come back to me.
The Simpsons movie is a great movie. I watched it a few years ago. I feel very nostalgic about it, so I'll be more than happy to watch it again. Thank you. Thank you for the time. Thank you. Oh, we have time for that? Okay. For anyone watching now, I never leave a house without some applause in my pockets. I never leave a house. You never know when it might come in handy.
Yeah, of course. Always.
Yeah, I also never leave without a comb or a harmonica. Actually, no. I sometimes leave without my harmonica. I don't know how to play the harmonica. It's just very annoying. So you never know when you might need to be annoying. And a comb, you never know when you might need to comb your hair.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, sometimes I bring out a gavel because you never know when you might need to suddenly go out in the middle of nowhere. Order. Order. You never know when you might need to say that. And it would be stupid just yelling it out. So you need to have a gavel on you.
Right.
Yeah. So okay, that wraps up this episode. Back to you.
Okay, if that's all that Kurt has to say, I guess that concludes the nostalgia special.
One more thing. Back to me.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Very Odd Parents, Looney Tunes Kids. You have Bugs Bunny. You have Daffy Duck. You have the man, Elmer Fudd. You have the person who blows things up. You have the Simpsons. You have Modern Family. Back to you.
I was about to leave because I saw you mentioned half of the list. Okay, all right. If that wraps up.
Back to you.
Thank you. So if that's all Kurt has to say, that concludes the show for today, the nostalgia special. I hope you guys enjoyed our reminiscing of our past shows, even though, I mean, half of the audience might know those, half of those might not know those shows. That's fine. Once the comment section is open after this live stream, and you could perhaps mention some of the shows that you guys watched out there. And if it was, groundbreaking for you growing up, that's completely up to you. The comment section will be open immediately after we wrap this up. In terms of socials, I guess I'll start with Mr. Kurt by letting him tell you where you can find him and his show. Kurt, take it away.
Thank you. But, I never speak without sound effects. The sound effect?
Come on with it.
Drum roll. No, I don't. I don't have a drum roll sound effect. Someone remind me to give me a drum roll sound effect. Oh, there we go. You can find me at Listen Pod. That is at Listen Pods on every single platform. That is Instagram. That is Twitter. That is a new platform where I am verified on with a nice tick on called Good Pods.
It must be nice.
And it is. I feel the power. I can feel it.
I bet you do.
You'll get it soon enough. I'll make sure of that. Yeah. But hey, I shouted them out. You can find me at my website, which I have mentioned many times today instead of Disney's website or Apple's website. Listen podcast.com. .com. And that is it. That is where you can get my show. And be sure to listen to my show. Are you ready?
Yeah.
At https podcast//podcast/listen-with-Curtis-Elton-ID 14027787724. And also be sure to use the number 5234. Wait, no, that's my PIN number. Scratch that out.
Oh, okay. See, you were doing so good too.
Yes. So let's wrap this up. I think there's someone banging on my door outside.
Security, probably.
Yeah, it's Disney. It's Disney's lawyers. They found us. They found me. We got to go. Oh, there goes the light. They found the light.
Oh. Well, this is unfortunate. Are you done with your...
Yes, carry on.
Okay. Well, with all that story, you can find me, the Western Reviews podcast, the ever so gallant and noble and humble Western Wonder on all platforms that you can find me on, or my socials. You can follow me on Instagram at Western Reviews Official, because I'm the official Western Reviews, the official Western Wonder. Or on my Twitter, you can follow me at Reviews _ Don't forget the underscore, because if you forget about it, you're not gonna find me. Period. Reviews _ Western. So be sure to stay tuned for upcoming episodes, and also a new service that I'll be implementing for up and coming podcasters who might need some assistance on how to start somewhat successful podcast. Stay tuned for more information about that. I can't tell you exactly what's going on with that, but do stay tuned. You might want to know. You might want to know. You ain't going to know, Kurt, because you're popular, you're successful, you're verified on Good Pods. You don't need it. You don't need it.
I don't need it.
But yes, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the show.
Out his show. He's got a great show. I've been on it many times.
Yes. And you have a great show, even though I haven't been on your show anytime. But that's fine.
You are more than welcome to come on, but we will run into technical difficulties.
Yes, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. I don't know why. Right now, I'm holding up a very heavy light. There we go.
Be careful with it.
Yeah. Okay.
Be very careful.
There we go. Okay. Okay. Let's wrap this up.
All right. And we hope to see you all in the next one whenever we collaborate, because security's coming to get him. So.
Oh, you can hear that?
Yes.
Oh, wow, that is loud.
I'm not trying to record anything that happens after the fact. That is completely up to you. So thank you guys for tuning in. We hope to see you on the next one. Any final words, Kurt?
See you later.
All right. See you next time, guys. Stay safe.
Hasta la vista, baby. Bye-bye.
Bye.